visiting the Gorge Metro Park today in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. I've heard the sight and the sound of falling water in this valley is something that you'll always remember. So on a lazy Sunday morning in July, I make my way to the park to visit the Ohio Edison Dam before it's gone. But more on that later. I'm starting on the Gorge Trail, the lower trail, and I'm heading northwest. As I make my way into the forest, I'm mindful of the Cuyahoga River running silently beside me, only showing glimpses of itself through the trees that are now rising up around me like a canopy. My first stop is a weathered wooden dock that juts into the northeast side of the river. Wooden ramps gently escort me down onto a floating platform over the water. The dock creaks and it groans with every step that I take, but I suspect it's seaworthy enough and not likely to sink anytime soon. Here, the river is sleepy, almost like she's content with me getting my bearings before showing off her might and her majesty. If there's raging water on this river, I don't hear it yet. And further down the river, something catches my eye. The Cuyahoga abruptly disappears. It's like a sheet of blue glass, and then suddenly, it's gone. The Ohio Edison Dam, and the reason why I've made this trek, must lay beyond. But right now, I'm not headed down the river to the rushing waters of the dam and reservoir. The trail I'm taking goes upward toward Mary Campbell Cave, so I bid the Cuyahoga farewell, for now. On my way up to the cave, I discover a handful of surprises just off the trail. This chatty brook, for example, actually caught my ear before it caught my eye. I picked a great day to hike the gorge. There is no one on the trails today. There are loads of these hidden treasures on and just off the trails in this valley, if you just take the time to look. The weather has been kind during my journey so far. I'm as grateful as I am surprised. I'm familiar with the weather here in northeast Ohio, and while I don't see any rain clouds, I am keeping an eye out. For now, I'm just enjoying the sun darting in and out of the leaves and branches of the roof of the forest. What's intriguing about the cave is that there's no conclusive evidence Mary Campbell was ever there. The 40-meter wide cavity is impressive, and I can stand up completely straight through most of the cave. Though it hasn't rained in days, water trickles from holes and crevices in the cave that are too dark for my eyes to see. Other than dripping water, I wonder what else this cave is hiding. Having had my fill of dripping water and dark places, I take my leave of Mary Campbell's Cave and its secrets. I'm heading down to the river now, and hopefully the roaring sound of falling water. And now I can actually hear the river. It's not loud, not yet anyway. It sounds like a distant but steady jet engine, but with each step that I take, its presence gets louder. Peeking through 2 limestone boulders, I catch my first glimpse of the river flexing its muscle. It's an impressive sight and sound, even this far down the river. This last stage of my journey takes me to a massive structure of wooden steps that promises to take me to the foot of the Ohio Edison Dam, and to what got me out of bed this morning. I can see the river in the distance, and it's no longer lazy or sleepy. It's a force of nature. Having traversed the final steps onto the viewing platform, I've made it, and as a reward the Ohio Edison Dam stretches out before me. And yes, the sight and the sound of the Cuyahoga River falling 68 feet onto the rock floor below was worth the wait. This landmark that's over 100 years old is rumored to be removed, so I probably won't see it again as I have today. But thanks to this video, it will live in my memory, and hopefully yours too.